Hey everyone, and welcome back to my class. Today in this video I will cover class 6 maths chapter number 7 fractions. Okay, first let me explain about fraction. What is a fraction? So fraction is nothing but fraction is a part of whole. Okay, a whole can be a group of object or a single object. For example, you can see this 3 upon 15. Okay, this is 3 upon 15 is a fraction. In this, 3 is called the numerator. Okay, 3 is called numerator and 15 is called denominator. So this is a fraction. So in a fraction there will be a numerator and there will be a denominator also. Now in the figure shown, you can see this figure. Here the shaded portion is represented by 2 upon 6. Okay, this is represented by 2 upon 6. Whole numbers are represented on the number line as shown here. So whole number, these all are what? Whole number. Okay, whole numbers are represented here in a number line. A fraction can be represented on a number line. Okay, fraction can also be represented on a number line. We can represent integer, whole number, and also fraction on number line. So in the previous chapter, in chapter 6, we have learned about integers and how to locate integer using number line. Now consider a fraction 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2. Okay, 1 upon 2 is one fraction. Now 1 upon 2, half. Okay, we used to say 1 upon 2 or half is greater than 0 but less than 1. So 1 upon 2 is what? If you have half, that means that is at least greater than 0, isn't it? But half is again smaller than what? Half is again smaller than 1, but greater than what? Greater than 0, isn't it? So 1 upon 2 is greater than 0 but less than 1. Half will be less than 1, obviously, isn't it? So divide the space between 0 and 1 into two parts. We can show one part as the fraction half. Now in the number line, you can see this is the number line. This is 0 and this is 1. Now 1 between 0 and 1, half. If you will divide 0 and 1 from the middle, so that will be what? Half. Okay, so half will be located between 0 and 1. So here you can see this is the half. So half can means fraction can also be located in a number line. So consider another fraction 1 upon 5. Okay, 1 upon 5. So here what was the denominator? Denominator is 2, isn't it? 1 upon 2, that means half. 2 is the denominator. So we have divided 0 to 1 into how many parts? 2 parts. Okay, how many parts we have divided? We have divided 2 parts. Now consider another fraction 1 upon 5. Now 1 upon 5 is greater than, again 1 upon 5 is again greater than 0 and less than what? 1, isn't it? 1 upon 5 is greater than 0 but less than 1, because 1 upon 5 will be less than 1, isn't it? So divide the space between 0 and 1 into 5 equal parts. We can show the first part as 1 upon 5 and second part as 1 upon 2 and the third as 3 upon 2 and the fourth as 4 upon 5 and the fifth part as 5 upon 5. Okay, you can see this is the number line and we have to locate 1 upon 5. Okay, we have to locate what? 1 upon 5 fraction we have to locate. So 0 to 1, you can see this is 1 upon 5. Why we have divided into 5 parts? Because here denominator is what? 5, isn't it? 1 upon 5. So denominator is 5. So from 0 to 1, we have to divide it into how many parts? 5 parts. Okay, this is one part, this is second, third, fourth and fifth part. Okay, we have to divide into 5 parts. So first one will be 1 upon 2, second one will be, this is 2 upon 3 and third one will be 3 upon 5 and fourth one will be 4 upon 5 and last one is what? 5 upon 5. 5 upon 5. 5 upon 5 is again equal to what? 1. So this will be the place of 1 and 5 upon 5. Understood? So in this way we can locate fraction in a number line. Now types of fraction. So there are different type of fraction. First is what? Proper fraction. Okay, this is proper fraction. A proper fraction is a number representing a part of a whole. Okay, so proper fraction is a number representing a part of a whole. Whole means suppose we have one apple. Okay, we have one apple and we are dividing this apple into how many part? 4 parts. Suppose we are dividing this apple into 4 parts. So one part will be given to my friend. So what part I have given to my friend? That is 1, isn't it? So how many piece I gave? 1 piece to my friend. So what is the share of my friend? My share of my friend will be 1/4. Okay, from where does this 4 came? This is the total part. Means how many pieces I have divided this apple? I have divided this apple into 4 parts. So denominator you will write 4, and how many piece I have gave to my friend? 1 piece. So you will write 1/4. And if I am going to have 2 part from this, suppose I am going to have this part and this part, then what will be the part that I ate? So what will be the fraction? The fraction will be 2/4. Okay, so 2/4. So this 2/4 can again written as, because 2 1s are 2 and 2 2s are 4. So this can be again written as 1/2. That means I have ate half part of the apple. Okay, so when we will deal with the exercise, we will understand more. Okay, so now in a proper fraction, the number in a denominator show the number of the part into which the whole divide. Okay, while the number in the denominator show the number of the part that have been taken. And the example of proper fraction will be what? Example of proper fraction. Suppose I am going to write a fraction 7/4. This is not proper fraction. Okay, this is not proper fraction. Proper fraction should have what? Denominator should be greater than numerator. So if I will write 4/7, then this is what? Right. Okay, for proper fraction, to be a proper fraction, denominator should be greater than what? Numerator. Okay, this is numerator and denominator. So for a proper fraction, denominator will be always greater than numerator. Now second is improper fraction. A fraction in which numerator is bigger than denominator. Okay, a fraction in which numerator is bigger than denominator is called improper fraction. So example you can see 4/3, 13/8, 19/7 means always the numerator. Okay, if I will write here like this, then this is not improper fraction. To be a improper fraction means the up one. Okay, the denominator part should be always greater than numerator should be always greater than denominator. So example we can write what? We can write 4/3. Okay, 4/3, 13/8. So here which is greater? Here numerator is greater than denominator. So this type of fraction are called improper fraction. Okay, so you have to remember this type of fraction, when the denominator is smaller than numerator, then that is called improper fraction. Now come to next fraction, that is called mixed fraction. Okay, that is called what? Mixed fraction. A combination of whole and a part is said to be a mixed fraction. So what is this? Combination of whole. Whole means suppose one whole apple. Okay, or I have 2 apple, then 2 whole apple and half. Okay, 2 whole apple and half apple I have. So this is called what? Mixed fraction. So mixed fraction is what? A whole and a part is said to be mixed fraction. So you can see the example here, 3 1/2 and 4 1/5. So these are what? These are called mixed fraction. So hope you have understood about the mixed fraction. Now conversion of improper fraction into mixed fraction. So this is very important for solving exercise also. Conversion of how we can convert improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Okay, how we will convert? An improper fraction can be expressed as a mixed fraction by dividing the numerator by the denominator of the improper fraction to obtain the quotient and the remainder. Then the mix. Okay, let's erase this. Then the mixed fraction will be, so the mixed fraction will be quotient remainder upon divisor. Okay, quotient means quotient will be the whole and remainder will be the numerator and divisor will be the denominator. Suppose I will give you one example. Now improper fraction, example of improper fraction, suppose 13 upon 5. Okay, this is improper fraction, isn't it? So when I will divide this, when I will divide 13 with 5, 5 to the 10, isn't it? So if you will minus, what is the remainder? So remainder is 3, and this is what quotient, isn't it? This is what quotient, and this is what divisor. This is what divisor, isn't it? So how you will write this? First you will write quotient. So if you will convert 13 upon 5 into mixed fraction, then first you will write 2, then you will write what? Remainder and 5, isn't it? So you will write 2 3 upon 5. Okay, 2 3 upon 5. So when you will convert 13 upon 5 to a mixed fraction, what we will get? 2 and 3 upon 5. So this become a mixed fraction. Okay, let me erase this now. Now again conversion of, now we have converts improper to mixed fraction. Now again conversion of mixed fraction into improper. So mixed fraction can also be converted to improper, and improper can also be converted to mixed fraction. So to convert mixed fraction into improper, a mixed fraction can be written in the form of an improper fraction by writing in the following way. So this is the following way. Suppose I will write one mixed fraction 3 1 upon 2. This is one mixed fraction, isn't it? So how you are going to write? First you will write the whole. Whole is what? 3. Whole multiply with denominator. So what is the denominator here? Whole multiply with denominator is what? 2. Again plus numerator. So what is the numerator? 1. And whole will be divided by denominator. So what is our denominator? 2. So if you will calculate this, 3 to the 6, 6 plus 1, 7, isn't it? So 7 upon 2. So when you will convert 3 1 upon 2 a mixed fraction, what will be the answer? Sorry, if you will convert 3 1 upon 2 into a improper fraction, so what will be the answer? 7 upon 2. Okay, so don't forget this. What you will do? Whole multiply with denominator. So this is very important. Whole multiply with denominator plus numerator divided by denominator. Okay, in this way we can convert mixed fraction to a improper fraction. Now like fraction and unlike fraction. Okay, now I will discuss about like fraction and unlike fraction. Like fraction, okay, what is like fraction? Fraction with the same denominator. Okay, what is this? Fraction with the same denominator are said to be like fraction. So all the denominator means what? Down part, isn't it? So denominator should be all equal, same. So for example 4 upon 15, 6 upon 15, 8 upon 15, 9 upon 15, but here you can see all the denominator are 15, isn't it? So up can be any number, but denominator are same. Then this type of fractions are called like fraction. Okay, this type of fractions are called like fraction. Now unlike fraction, fractions with different denominator are called unlike fraction. Okay, fraction with different denominator. So different denominator means the denominator will be different. So you can see example here, 2 upon 15, 2 upon 20 and 9 upon 28. Okay, these all are what? Different denominator. Then these are called what? Unlike fraction. Now equivalent fraction. Fraction that represent the same part of the whole are said to be equal fraction. So same part. So equivalent means it should be a same part. So for example 1 upon 2. Suppose I will write 1 upon 2 is again equal to 2 upon 4 is again equal to 3 upon 6 is again equal to 4 upon 8. Why these all are equivalent fraction? Because when you are going to divide 2 upon 4, what will be the value? You will get again 1 upon 2. Again, if you will divide 3 upon 6, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 2. You will get again 1 upon 2. Again 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So again we are getting what? Same half. So for all this, thus the part is what? 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2. So here 1 upon 2 is also equal to 2 upon 4. Okay, this type of fractions are called what? Equivalent fraction. Okay, this type of fractions are called what? Equivalent fraction. Now to find an equivalent fraction. So how to find a equivalent fraction of a given fraction? Multiply both the numerator and denominator of the given fraction by a same number. Suppose 1 upon 2, isn't it? If I will multiply this given fraction with multiply both numerator and denominator with same number. Suppose I will multiply with 3, isn't it? If I will multiply with 3, then what I got? 3 upon 6, isn't it? 3 upon 6, and which here also we got 3 upon 6. So in this way we can find so many equivalent fraction of a certain given fraction. Now, okay, let me erase this part. So simplest form of fraction. So how to make a simplest form of fraction? A fraction is said to be in its simplest form or its lowest form. Okay, simplest form or lowest form, both are equal meaning. They have equal meaning if the numerator and denominator have no common factor except 1. Okay, what is called simplest form? If for the numerator and denominator there is no common factor except 1, then that fraction will be called as simplest form. Okay, the simplest form of a given fraction can also be found by dividing its numerator and denominator by its highest common factor. Okay, by dividing both of them with highest common factor. Suppose I will write 4 upon 16. Now they have a common factor, isn't it? So what is the ACF of 4 and 16? The ACF of 4 and 16 is what? ACF of 4 and 16 is 4. So if you will divide both this with 4, if you will divide both this term with 4, okay, if you divide both this with 4, then what will be the value? 1 upon 4. 1 upon 4, isn't it? If you will divide both this, what you will get? 1 upon 4 value. So now 1 upon 4 is the simplest or lowest form of 16 upon 4. Okay, 4 upon 16. 4 upon 16, if we will convert this to a lowest form, then it will become 1 upon 4. Okay, it will become 1 upon 4. Now comparing fraction. How to compare a fraction? Means which is greater. How to compare, or how to see which will be greater. Fraction with the same denominator are called what? Like fraction, isn't it? Now comparing like fraction. In the like fraction, the fraction with the greater numerator is greater. Okay, greater numerator. So if for a like fraction only, this is right only for a like fraction. Like fraction means what? Denominator will be same. If denominator is same, then if numerator is greater, then that greater part will be the greater ones. Here it is given in fraction 5 upon 7 and 3 upon 7. So which will be greater here? 5 upon 7 is greater than 3 upon 7, as 5 is greater than 3. If numerator is same, if denominator is same, okay, if down one is same, then we can say which will be greater. That number will be the greater fraction. Okay, that will be the greater fraction. One more example. Suppose 6 upon 13 and 3 upon 13. So here you can see both are what? Both are like term, because denominator are same. So this is what? Like term. So in case of like term, which numerator will be bigger, that part will be the bigger one. Okay, so here 6 upon 13 is bigger than 3 upon 13. Okay, now come to the next, how to compare unlike fraction. Okay, if they are unlike fraction, then how to compare? If two fraction with the same numerator, okay, for unlike fraction, if numerator are same, numerator means what? Up. Okay, I will give one example. Suppose 3 upon 5 and 3 upon 7. So here you can see what? Here we can see here numerator are same but denominator are different, isn't it? So are to be compared. If we are going to compare these two terms, then the fraction with the smaller denominator. Okay, so remember this, the fraction with the smaller denominator is greater than the 2. So smaller denominator, which is the smaller denominator? 5, isn't it? 5 is smaller than 7, so which is smaller, that will be the greater. Okay, in case of this, in this case, which will be greater? The smaller denominator will be greater. Okay, smaller denominator will be greater. So hope you have understood. So I will explain more in the exercise. When we will solve exercise question, then you will understand better. Okay, so thank you for the introduction part. So thank you for watching my video. So in the next video I will come with the exercise part. So till then, thank you and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.